Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is my first ever YouTube video where I'm going to be talking and it's going to be really weird for me. We're doing a review of the Fenty beauty products. We've got all kinds of stuff to try and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait for you guys to see and just appreciate this highlight. It's going to be amazing. So this is my face that we've just created, so carry on watching if you want to see how I did it. Awesome. Right, so today we are going to be going through the new Fenty beauty products and I'm super excited. I'm just so excited. They're just so cool and I can't wait to talk about it. When I got them in the post, they came in this super cute matte black packaging. I kind of live for matte black packaging. I don't really know why, I just think it looks really nice, kind of expensive, and it's what you want to see. So we're just going to dive straight into everything I bought. So we have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer. Now this kind of feels a bit like almost like a moisturizer, but we'll talk about that in a minute when I start using it, but it felt really nice. We also have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. Now I got the shade 140 in MAC Studio Fix. I'm at NW13 and this felt like it seemed like a really good match so far, so I did awesome at checking my shades online, which I was really surprised at. But it's actually, they have a really good shade finder on the Harvey Nichols website, which is where I ordered from, so check that out if you're unsure about your shades. So I got this, oh I'm gonna drop it, got this super cute Fenty Beauty trio of sticks. So we have a contour shade which is amber, and it's a really cool tone brown, but it was really nice. And we have the lighter shade for highlighting in linen. Now we'll talk about this in a minute, and this is the only thing that I'm not too keen on at the moment, but I'll show you why. And then we have the glimmery sort of shiny highlight stick in Starstruck, yeah, Starstruck, which is amazing. And then finally we have the Fenty Beauty, it's a highlighted duo, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but when you kind of move this around, it looks white to start with, and it kind of catches purple glimmers, and it's so pretty. And then I'll show you which shades we got. I'm going to open it. There we go. So we have the two shades in there. One looks a lot shinier than the other, but they're both really amazing. And these shades are called Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. We're going to start out with the Pro Filter Primer. Now I've cleaned my hands, so we've got totally clean hands. I'm just gonna pump it straight onto my hands, and press it all into my face. I'll show you what it looks like. It's like kind of like a pale pink, lotiony type consistency, but it feels pretty good. And I'm just going to rub it into all the areas that need the most priming, which for me is usually kind of around my nose, so mostly just in my T-zone. I get kind of oily there, but then I get dry patches on the rest of my skin, so we get really combination skin up in here. But just, it feels so nice. It's really thin, but kind of in a good way. It feels really light on the skin, which personally I like, because I don't like feeling too sticky, or like I'm wearing a really thick moisturiser. I don't like that. So that's that, and it's on. It's a little bit tacky. It smells good. Kind of the primer and the foundation actually kind of smell like cocoa, which I think is great. I like that. That's a good thing for me. Now I'm going to try and pop the foundation on. Now it says on the bottle that you need to shake it really well, so we're going to give it a good shake, and you're going to have to excuse all my 5 million chins, so I'm sorry about that, but hey ho, we'll roll with it because we're real people. Now I'm going to use my Tarte foundation brush. Now this is pretty much what I always use to put my foundation on. Personally I find it the easiest. I don't like using sponges. The only time I use a sponge is to put the powder under my eye when I set my makeup. So I'm just going to squirt directly onto the brush, which is what I normally do. Now the foundation is very runny when you squirt it onto the brush, but normally that would kind of worry me, but when you put the foundation on and you start blending it in, it's really easy to blend. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really easy to blend. And it doesn't, because I think because of the runny sort of consistency, actually it makes it feel a lot lighter on the skin, which is nice because we don't want to feel like we're all cakey. Well, I don't know, some people might, not me. The only thing, my concern with this foundation is because it's so runny, and because I like to use a brush, it's probably my fault. I feel like I'm going to run out of this really quickly because I have to do a couple of squirts to get enough on my brush. But I don't know, that's something I'm going to have to see more of in time. And I'm just blending it down to my neck because, you know, we don't want a nice orange line around our neck. We want to look the same colour all the way around, not like a crazy person. And we're just going to do my forehead real quick. Oh Lord, try not to get it in my hair too much. I do drag it all the way up to the hairline, so it is going to go in my hair a little bit, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. Kind of weird, this is my first time talking in a video, and I just feel like I'm talking to myself, so this may not turn out very well, but again, we just gonna roll with it, because that's how I do. Okay, so we've done our primer and our foundation. Now, this foundation, when you, well, at the launch party, I guess they were saying to people that when you pick a foundation, if you pick the foundation, if you can't decide which shade to go for, they are saying always go for the lighter one because apparently it dries down quite a bit darker. Personally, I haven't really noticed much of a difference when it dries down, and it's also supposed to dry down really matte, but doesn't seem all that matte to me. I mean, it's quite matte. I mean, I usually use the MAC Studio Fix, and I have to say it's a lot more matte looking than that. So the matteness is definite matteness. I don't think that's a word. We're gonna roll with it. The matteness is definitely there, but I don't know. It's just not as much as I was expecting. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I was expecting too much. But that's okay. We all have high expectations of expensive makeup products. Which is to be expected, I guess. So now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty contour stick in Cool Brown. Well, no, it's not Cool Brown, it's in Amber, but it is a cool brown shade. It's quite light, which obviously I'm very pale, so that's all I need. We're just going to take the stick and draw right under the cheekbones, a little bit along the jawline, just so we start looking like we have less chins than I actually do. Yeah, that's the plan. And I like to contour my nose because, I don't know, my nose is kind of a weird shape, but that's just me. And I have a big forehead, so we're going to contour that away a little bit. This goes on so smoothly, and I really, really like the colour. This is probably going to be my favourite contour product. I have been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I've been using that with a brush and just drawing the lines on. This is just so easy and it's so quick, and I'm pretty much in love with it already, so that's fantastic. Now I'm just going to use, I'm going back over the same brush. This brush has so many uses, love it. But yeah, we're just going to go back through and just kind of blend that out. This video is going to be really long. I'm going to try and cut some bits out, I think. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe we won't. I don't know yet. I'm not very good at editing. I hope this isn't really quiet either, because, you know, I don't have a microphone. Like I said, first YouTube video where I'm actually talking, so I don't have any equipment. I'm recording this on my iPhone, and I know that light is getting really annoying, and I'm very sorry about that, but this is the only place that I have to do my makeup, and I'm sat at my makeup desk. This is where I do my makeup desk, and I'm in my bedroom window. But it's getting dark outside, so we are going to lose the light a little bit. But we're just gonna roll with it, because I'm not a professional, so it's okay. I'm not claiming to be a professional. We're just having some fun. There we go. We are all, well, I feel like we're all blended out and contoured in. Yes. And then we're going to go in with the shade Linen, which is the light shade. Now, I said before that this is the one I'm not sure I'm too keen on at the moment. Now, it's only because this is the light collection. This stick, it's the same colour as my foundation, so it's not going to do any highlighting for me. Now, it has really good coverage, and I like that about it, but and I like the feel of it. It's kind of silky. It is nice. It's the same, I guess, the same formula as the contour one, but because it's not really all that much lighter than my foundation, it's not going to do a great deal of highlighting, which is kind of the point. But I'm thinking I might actually start using this as a stick foundation, because it has a really good coverage, so I think it's still going to work for me as a product, just not necessarily what it was meant for. And we're just going to go in and blend those areas back out. Also, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move around my mirror so that I can see. My phone is actually taped to my mirror. Yeah, it's makeshift AF, but that's okay. We doing this ratchet style. Ratchet. Does anyone watch Jenna Marbles? I love her, and she does her Jenna's Ratchet Salon. It's my fave. It's my fave. Speaking of faves, actually, my favourite beauty YouTuber is Jordan Byers. Hashtag Joby Beauty Squad. She's just so funny and she's so honest, and that's kind of what I'm gonna go for. Because, you know, who wants beauty reviews that aren't honest? And I think you see all these famous high up beauty influencers reviewing products, and that's great, but how do you know they're not being paid to say the things they're saying? That's always my first thought. And obviously, look at me, look at what I'm doing. I'm not paid to say any of this, so you're gonna get my real honest opinions. And some weird accents too, apparently. But that's fine, you know. I am just going to set my under eye, so I use this is obviously not part of the Fenty Beauty range, but I use the original RCMA No Colour Powder, and what I usually do, I tip a little bit, I've got like a little ledge here, I tip a little bit out onto there, and I just put my little sponge. This is not a beauty blender, can't afford that. This is a Makeup Revolution beauty sponge. We're just going to get some powder on there, and then just press in under the eyes to set that. Just to make sure that nothing creases. Well, hopefully the product doesn't crease. Oh, I'm getting powder all over my black top. That's cool. Good thing I just put this on to do makeup in. Oh god, you're gonna think I'm a crazy person. I kind of am, but that's fine. So we're just setting all the sections that we just highlighted. I'm kind of losing my words. And I'm looking a little bit like a ghost. But isn't that different to normal? Because I'm really pale. So that's fine. We can accept looking like a ghost. So I don't know if you can see very much now. I've blended in the contour. I really like the shade. It's still quite light on my skin tone, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of my normal bronzer and just darken it out a little bit. I actually use pretty much every day. I use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is a sample size. This is one that came in like Christmas gift set, and I have been using this nearly every day since Christmas, and I have not even touched pan on a sample size. This is amazing, and this is the adorable little brush that came with it. I know this is a Fenty Beauty review, but this is just too cute not to chuck it in there. I'm just going to darken that out a little bit. There we go. And this smells so good. And we'll blend that out a little bit more. This is just my powder brush. It's a really cheap brush, but it does the job. So that's all good. Right, so we are setting, we are contoured and chiseled. While we're here, I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to do brows, but I'll come back for that. Right, so the brows are done. They're looking kind of messed up, I know. I did it really quickly. If anyone wants to know, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. It's amazing. I can't fault it. I know they don't look the same. That's okay. Brows are, as people say, brows are sisters, not twins. I say that to myself when I mess my brows up. But that's fine. You'll notice the lighting slightly different. I've just tried to add another little lamp here. I'm not sure how well it's gonna look, but it's because I'm gonna be doing my highlight in a minute, so I want you to be able to see how that shows up in just a second. Right, so I'm gonna just dust the powder off where we've hopefully set the makeup nicely. I'm just tickling my eyeballs. Okay, So I don't know if you can, I don't know how well the camera's picking up on what this looks like. It's definitely dried down more matte than I thought it would, and I really like that because I like a matte skin look. It just looks nicer, looks a lot less greasy, and I do get really greasy skin, so having a matte look is really appealing to me. It's not looking cakey, and it's not feeling, I mean, it's not really feeling like I've got anything on my skin, which is really good. I'm loving that feeling. But I'll probably forget that I'm wearing makeup and then smudge it all later. But we'll see. We'll work on that. But no, it's feeling really good, feeling nice and light on my skin, which is lovely actually. It's really nice. It's a really good feeling. Totally lost track of what I was going to do. Highlights. How could we forget highlights? Who else lives for the glow? Me. Always. So we're going to go in with the stick, the highlighter stick, in shade Starstruck. Now it looks like a really pearly pretty pink colour, so I'm just going to do a few swipes on my cheekbone and then up over the brow like that. I don't know if you can see that. It's just so sparkly. I know it's a funky shape right now, but we're going to blend it out and it'll look okay. This is not as smooth as the contour sticks. It's still okay, but it kind of feels like you're not putting anything on, which is just kind of a weird feeling. Not a bad feeling, just a bit weird. And I'm just going to use, what am I going to use? I don't know yet. I'm just going to use this little stippling brush just to smooth out those lines because that's kind of harsh. It's not really smoothing out. Okay, it smooths out easier with your finger, but that's fine. I'm actually not too worried about this because I'm going to put the powder highlight on the top. And we're going to use, this is my Morphe brush, this is my favourite highlighting brush. It's a Morphe brush, it doesn't say which number it is, which isn't helpful, but it looks like this. And I really like it. I always use it for my highlight. So, I don't know if you can see it now, how purple it goes. We'll try again. Can you see it? Probably not. We're going to open her up. Oh, I can't open it again. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is Bio Crystal, just because it looks more shimmery and your girl wants to blind. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. The pans are kind of, it's a nice big pan, but this shape is awkward to get a brush into. But we'll see. We're just going to tap off a little bit and we're going to dust a powder just over the top there of where we put the stick highlight. Does it look good? Is it blinding? I can't see it. Oh, it is. Can you see that? It looks good. This is a really nice colour. This is like a mirror on my face. So I always take my highlight just above my brow bone there, just to kind of blend it a bit more. I just use my brush to sweep back my hair, but that's fine. You know, it's been a long day. Oh, I can't stop putting it on. I'm gonna look like a Tin Man. But just look how. Can you see that? Amazing. I'm just gonna wave my finger in there. I'm gonna do a little bit on the end of my nose. Oh, that's so cute. We'll just do a bit on the bridge of my nose too. Oh, put the finger in the wrong shade. I mean, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna do the cute spot because you can never have enough glow. I mean, why do people buy subtle highlights? I don't get it. We're just gonna keep going because we're just gonna add a little bit more. There's no reason not to add some more. So, this is all of the products that I bought from Fenty Beauty on my face. And obviously I did my eyebrows. Now, final thoughts. Primer, love it. Like, the way it feels is amazing. It feels so smooth. It's not like any other... let's not break it. Not like any other primer I've tried, it glides on so nicely, and I can't get over how well the foundation and the primer actually work together. It just feels flawless, and I've got really bumpy skin, but it's actually, I think it makes my skin look really good. It probably looks better in person than it's going to look on camera. Obviously I can't really tell right now because my phone's in my mirror, but I'm going to tell you that in person it looks really nice, and I'm really impressed with how it's looking. The stick trio, the contour shade, love. I'm going to be using that all the time for sure. It's amazing. Like I said, the shade Linen, not quite light enough for me as an under eye highlighter, but I still like the formula. I still like how it goes on. I still like how it sits on the skin. So I'm probably gonna start using it almost like as a stick foundation, because I'm sure that'll probably work just as well. Stick highlighter. It's like a stick of glitter. I mean, what can I say? It's like there's a mirror on your face. It's amazing. It's so sparkly, so shimmery. I mean, if you like a highlight that there's more of a sheen rather than glitter, then you might not like this so much, because this is very sparkly. It kind of looks glittery, like there's chunks of glitter, small glitter. So if you do like the more natural glow, you're probably not going to like this very much, but if you're like me and you love a blinding highlight, you're going to love it. Now, the Fenty Beauty Highlighter Duo. This is probably my favourite product, I think, from the whole collection, because, you know, just look at that. So the shine is just, girl. If you're gonna buy anything from the collection, buy the highlighters. It's just so nice, and I'm probably going to be using this every day, and I'm loving this paired with the highlight stick underneath. It looks great. The colours just work amazingly, and the formulas work really well together too, so this is a complete win. So that's it for the end of this video. If you liked it, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully we'll be putting out more videos very soon, and hopefully I'll get myself some proper equipment and start doing videos that look less jacked up, but we'll get there, hopefully. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this review of Fenty Beauty.